On the first day of the week, as the sky began to lighten and the cool of the morning still lingered, something extraordinary was about to happen. Something that would change the world forever. 3 days had passed since Jesus of Nazareth, the Son of God, had been crucified. His followers were heartbroken. Their teacher, their friend, their hope had been taken from them. The cross stood as a painful reminder of loss, and the tomb had been sealed shut. But while the world still mourned in silence, heaven was preparing a miracle. Early Sunday morning, just before sunrise, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary gathered their spices and oils. They were going to the tomb where Jesus had been buried. Their hearts were heavy with grief. They came not to witness a miracle, but to honor his body. As they approached the tomb, something incredible happened. A great earthquake shook the ground. The earth trembled beneath their feet. An angel of the Lord descended from heaven, his appearance shining like lightning, his clothes as white as snow. The massive stone at the entrance of the tomb was rolled away with ease, and the angel sat upon it. The Roman guards stationed at the tomb were terrified. Their courage melted away, and they collapsed to the ground like dead men. But the angel turned to the women and said calmly, "Do not be afraid. I know you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen, just as he said." The angel gestured to the open tomb. "Come, see the place where he lay, and go quickly. Tell his disciples that he has risen from the dead. He is going before you to Galilee. There you will see him." The women were astonished. Could it be true? They stepped inside the tomb. It was empty. The burial cloths lay there, but Jesus' body was gone. With a mix of fear, wonder, and overwhelming joy, they ran to tell the disciples. Tears streamed down their faces, but these were no longer tears of sorrow. They carried the greatest news the world had ever known. But as they were on their way, something even more miraculous happened. Suddenly, Jesus stood before them. "Greetings," he said. The women fell to the ground in worship, grabbing hold of his feet, overcome with awe. "Do not be afraid," Jesus said gently. "Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." He was alive, the Son of God, once crucified, now risen in glory. Meanwhile, the guards who had been at the tomb ran into the city and told the chief priests everything that had happened. The religious leaders were shocked and afraid. They called a secret meeting with the elders. What they heard was undeniable. The tomb was empty, and the guards had witnessed something supernatural. But instead of believing, they tried to cover it up. They gave the soldiers a large sum of money and said, "Tell everyone, his disciples came during the night and stole the body while we were asleep. If the governor hears about it, we'll keep you out of trouble." So the soldiers took the money and did as they were told. And to this day, that false story spread among many people. But truth always rises, and no lie can stop God's plan. Later, Jesus appeared to his disciples, just as he had promised. First, he appeared to 2 of them on the road to Emmaus. They walked and talked with him, not realizing who he was until he broke bread with them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him. He appeared to the 11 behind locked doors. At first, they were frightened. They thought they were seeing a ghost, but Jesus said, "Peace be with you." He showed them his hands and his side, the marks of the nails, the scar from the spear. It was truly him, alive. He ate with them, spoke with them, encouraged them, comforted them. "Why are you troubled?" he asked. "Look at my hands and my feet. It is I, myself. Touch me and see." Their sorrow turned to joy, their fear to faith. At last, Jesus gathered his disciples on a mountain in Galilee. He looked at the ones who had followed him, the ones who had doubted, the ones he loved, and he gave them a mission. "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." With these words, Jesus commissioned his followers to carry his message to the ends of the earth. And that, dear friends, is the story of Easter Sunday. A story not just of death, but of resurrection. Not of sorrow, but of hope. Not of defeat, but of victory. Jesus conquered the grave. The tomb could not hold him. Sin was overcome, and death was defeated. He is not here. He is risen. Because of that empty tomb, we are never truly alone. Because he lives, we can live too. So on this Easter Sunday, remember, no matter what darkness you face, no matter how hopeless the situation may seem, there is always resurrection on the other side of the cross. He is risen. He is risen indeed.